just raise your hand.
Yeah.
And I'll,
Yeah, my right leg ruptured Achilles recovery. Yeah.
I'll give you some adjustments
Yeah.
below. You're not doing too much now, that's actually great news. And does anyone have any issues with hands-on adjustment? Just pop your hands up. And we're all good. Good. Amazing. Right, let's begin. So, we're going to just start with our feet together. And just take a breath in through the nose. And we're going to let it out through the mouth. And again. Breathing in. Exhale. Out through the mouth. Once more like that, we take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Now turning the heels out, the toes forwards. Just bringing your feet so that they're hip width apart. We want soft bend in the knees, nice long spine, back of the neck long, and we just tuck the chin in slightly. From here, placing one hand on your lower abdomen, one on the lower back. We're just going to start by rocking with those hips. Good. So we tilt forwards and back. So if you visualise a bucket of water, and as you tip forwards, the water spills forwards, and as we tip back, it falls back. Good. Try to get as much movement through the hips as you can, really grounding down into your feet. Good. And now you want to find that point in the centre. So your neutral alignment, so that the water level would be still. Good. Extending up through the spine, through the crown of the head. So we want to stop in that neutral alignment. Good. And then relaxing the shoulders down. Lift them up towards the ears, roll them back and down. Good. And crown of the head extends. From here, we can start with our lateral breathing. So bring your hands to your lower ribs. Good. Fingers forwards, thumbs back. Just start to really breathe into the sides of the body. Good. And exhale. Draw those ribs in. Good. Really expanding into the rib cage. And exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose. Let your ribs really expand. And exhale. Continue like that. Just bring your arms by your side. We're going to add in the activation of your core. So with that lateral breath, we breathe in through the nose. Exhale, start to pull the abdomen in towards the spine, as though you're tightening up through about. Good. Exhale through your mouth. Good. Exhale. Once more, take a breath in. Let the ribs, the abdomen expand, and exhale, contract. Now we add in the pelvic floor. You take a breath in, breathing into the ribs, the belly, right down into the base of the spine. And as you exhale, you draw up with your pelvic floor. So if you imagine a lift with 10 floors, we want to lift to about the 3rd floor. So it's just a subtle internal activation. Well done. Stay with that breath. And throughout the practice, if we try to keep our breath our main focus, so that we can really coordinate our breathing with our movement, so that we move with precision and control. Good, stay with the breath. On your inhale, prepare, exhale, turn to look over the shoulder, and inhale back. Exhale, turn to look the other way. Good, and we come back. Exhale. Don't let the chin drop, keep it neutral line, back to centre on your inhale. Exhale, over. Back to centre, and we'll start to mobilise the shoulders as we inhale up, circle, and exhale to lower them down. We inhale, lift, circle, exhale, down. Once more like this, we inhale, don't let the ribs fan out, and down. Fingertips to the shoulders if you can, and just create even bigger movement here. Inhaling up, exhale down. So move in time with your own breath. We inhale to lift, good. Exhale, keep rooting down into the feet. Remember that connection to your core, to your pelvic floor. One more circle. And then releasing your arms down by your side. We bring those arms up to shoulder height. Take a breath in to prepare. Without moving from the pelvis, as you exhale, we're going to twist, drawing our bow and arrow back to the right side, and we come back. Inhale, exhale, pull back with that left elbow, keep your hip bones pointing forwards, and reach to come back. Exhale, pull back. Good, so we just move and mobilize into that thoracic spine. Push down into the feet to help stabilize you. Good. And inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back. Remember the hip bones stay pointing forwards. And back. One more each way. Really draw back with purpose. And reach forwards, inhale. Exhale, navel to spine. And return. Good, arms by your side. Take a breath in to prepare. And as you exhale, we're going to tip over to the side. Good. And we lift back up. So mobilizing now into that lumbar spine. And inhale to come back up. Root down to the feet. Keep going in time with your own breath. Imagine a sandwich between two panes of glass. So we don't want to stick the bottom out or send the hips too far forwards. We just move laterally. Good. As you hear that exhale through the mat. Inhale. Exhale. One more each way. We inhale, lift. Exhale. Coming back up. Hands into your hips. And we come into hip hinge from there. We take an inhale. As we lower. Exhale. Fire up the glutes, the core. As we come back up to standing. Good. Hinge. Soft knees as we hinge. And come back up. Well done. Keep reaching forward. Move in time with your own breath. Navel pulls in. Don't let the belly hang. As we lift back up. Good. Keep with that breath. So we exhale on the hard part. Well done. Reach forward. Let your gaze follow the line. Perfect. Keep rooting down into the feet. Keep those knees soft. And now next time you're down, we're going to hold down. And from there, we're going to reach forwards with those arms, stretch. And exhale, pull those elbows into your ribs. Extend, arms hip level with the ears. And exhale, pull back. Keep going. So imagine you're pulling back something heavy in towards you. Well done. Reach forwards with your chest, pull your abdomen in. Reach with those fingertips. Good. Let's aim for 2 more if we can. Amazing, girls. And draw back in. We'll make this our last one. We reach forwards, inhale, exhale, pull back, hands back to the hips, and we squeeze those glutes at the core as we come back to standing. So now I'm just going to mobilize the knees and the ankles as well as the hips. Hands together at our heart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we lower. Good. Push the floor away. Come back up. Lower it down. Good. Exhale. Lift back up. Set your feet slightly wider, Nikki. Keep going with your breath. Good. And push the floor away to lift. Remember that connection to your deep core muscles as you breathe. And let your gaze follow as you lower and follow as you lift. Good work. One more. We drop nice and low and we push the floor away. Let's just reach those arms up, circle them around and place the hands down. So coming into a balance now. And be careful with this one. So we're going to point the right toe. From there, without moving the pelvis or the shoulders, navel pulls in, take a breath in to prepare. We exhale over towards that right side. And we come back on the inhale. Exhale, soft gaze forwards. Keep the spine reaching, continue. Well done. Make sure you're reaching from that femur as you point the toe. And come forwards. Can we semicircle? So we come all the way back with control. Perfect. And come forwards. Reach, fire up the glute as you circle back. And circle forwards. 2 more. Reach from that femur. The glute activates as you reach behind you. And we circle forwards. Last one. Well done. Good. And come forwards. Lower the foot. We change to the other side. So again, we want this neutral line through the pelvis. Pointing with the other toe, take a breath in to prepare, and we start with our quarter. And forwards, good. Exhale, navel pulls in, inhaling forwards. Reach to the side, good. Bring it back. Can you progress to semicircle? Only if you feel stable, good. Fire up the glute as you circle back. Well done. You can keep your toe on the floor if balance is too hard. And forwards. Let's go for 2 more. Well done. Soft gaze forwards. And back. Good. Lowering down with the foot. So last one. As we mobilise into the ankles, we want neutral hips, scapula down, nice long spine. Everyone other than Hannah is going to rise up into the ball of the foot, and then we pedal the feet. So the pelvis doesn't move, we bend the knees, we lower the heel. Hannah, you're going to move from the floor and just lift one foot, lower it down and lift the other. Keeping the hips really level. So we don't want to swing the hips to move. We lift, we bend the knees, we lower a heel. We lift back up. Exhale. Inhale back up. If that's too much, then you do the same variation. So you just lift. Try to find that stability through the pelvis. Well done. Exhale. Remember that breath. Good. Exhaling through the mouth. Let's make this the last one. Well done. And now we're just going to lower both heels down, walk to the top of your mat, so that we can then reach our right foot back, lower your right knee to the floor, and your left knee to the floor, so we come into our 4-point kneeling. So our hands directly underneath our shoulders, our knees hip width apart. Take a breath in, pressing down into the hands, good. Draw that lower belly in. We want a neutral line through the spine without moving anything. As you exhale, we're going to press the floor away as we bring our right hand to our temples and inhale to lower it back down. Exhale, left fingertips to the temples and we place it back down. Only the arm moves. The hips are stable. The hands and the knees are pressing down. Visualize. So press against my hand. Yes. Draw that belly in. You want to fire up your glutes to help support the hips. Your shoulders are pressing and they're stable. Only if you can stay with complete control, you're going to extend opposite leg with a pointed toe along the mat. So if your right hand up, it's your left leg reaches. Good. And lower it back down. Good. Keep the leg low. We just want to keep it down on the mat. Good. So we want to keep and return the inhale. Reach with the toe. Good. And lower it down. Remember the integrity of those hips. So what we're doing here, whilst we mobilise the arms and the legs, we want to look for stability and strength. Well done. Remember, pull that navel in. When we reach with the leg, you're strong. So mean it, you extend, firing up the glutes, drawing up with the knee to engage the quad. Let's do 2 more each way. No spinning of those hips, no dipping into the lower back. Push against my hand, yes. And then extend. Make sure with your standing hand, you're pressing the floor away. Good work. And return both hands and knees down. We're going to bring the hips to the heels and just extend your spine forwards. Coming back to your breath. As you breathe in, let your body expand. And as you exhale, compress your body down onto those thighs. Stretching into the lumbar spine, into the hips. Well done. From here, we're going to shift to our hands and knees, tuck your toes under, and we come to an inverted V shape with our body. So coming in to an inverted V. Just lengthening up with the pelvis. Try and aim towards straight legs. And if you can, we want to lower the heels towards the floor. Press your chest towards your knees. Good. And pull that lower belly in. From here, we're going to look between our thumbs. Bring your right knee between your hands with your toes pointing to the left. Your left knee comes up as you cross at your ankles. We're going to lower the bottom down and release those legs forwards. So our feet hip width apart, our knees hip width apart, and we're going to take hold of the backs of those legs. Really rise up through the spine. Keep your shoulders down, collarbones nice and open. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, we're going to tip the pelvis, only the pelvis, and inhale, come back up. So it's a small movement. We tip and we lift back up. As you start to tip the pelvis, pull the navel in. Don't let your chin drop through. Good. And again, tip the pelvis and lift back up. So it's just the pelvis we tip. Good. And inhale to lift back up. One more like this. We tip, belly pulls in, we lift back up. Now we're going to see if we can roll down slightly further into our C curve. So we tip the pelvis as we exhale, we lower down, navel pulls in, and we lift up. Try to soft touch on those legs if you can. So we tip, we roll, pull the belly button in, and inhale, come back up. Good work, continue like that. So you tip first from the pelvis, we round the spine, and lift back up on the inhale. Remember that exhale. Good. And lift back up. If you feel in complete control, maybe float your arms up on your next one so that they're to shoulder height, and do the movement with your arms lifted. So we tip, pull that belly button as we roll down, and we lift back up. Once more like that, we're going to tip, and we roll, belly pulls in, good. We lift it up. We're going to add in a thoracic twist. So we tip, and draw your bow and arrow back. As you reach forwards, we come back up. Exhale, we pull back. Keep the movement fluid as we lift back up. Exhale. Good, twist. Inhale, lift back up. Start from the pelvis. Good, roll your spine. And roll to lift back up. Good. Exhale. Try not to tuck your chin. The neck is nice and long. Good. Amazing, girls. Exhale, twist. Draw that bow back. Can we go for 2 more each way? Really pull back. Can you twist a little further? Inhale to come back up. Exhale as we twist. Inhale, come back up. Well done. Now we're going to roll all the way down, nice and slowly. We tip, we roll the spine, vertebra by vertebra, you're going to lower, and then extending your arms and legs, point your toes, zip your legs together, really fire everything up here. From there, you're going to roll with strength over to your left side. So we roll to our left. Good. Our head resting on our shoulder. Our right hand helps to balance us. Good. If you're balanced, you can keep both legs extended, or if we want to, bottom knee bends. Our pelvis neutral, scapula down. When you're ready, take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale with a flexed foot, you're going to lift that top leg to hip height and lower it down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Inhale, return it back. Good. Lift up. Now start to visualize a little egg underneath your rib cage. Don't let your hips swing forwards. Try not to drop. Yes. Try not to squash that egg. Keep going. We're aiming for 8. So once you do your 8, just to hip height. When we extend the leg, reach from your femur. Try to keep your oblique long and down. Don't come too high with the leg. Just feel, yes, the outer hips start to really engage. Well done, and lower it down. Next time, take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, we're going to point the toe on the left and we're going to create circles. Small little circles about the size of a teacup, and we're going to do 12 rotations clockwise before we then go and do 12 anti-clockwise. Remember, the oblique is long. Are we drawing in with that belly button? Loosening slightly. Yeah. And then really think about the pelvis placement. Don't let your hips stick forwards. Good. So as you start to feel the outer hip burn, keep breathing deeply. This is how we start to create endurance in the muscles. Well done. Keep going with those circles. You're reaching as though you're drawing on a chalkboard. We want to press hard. And we release. Good. Feet together. You can give that hip a little tap. So last thing we're going to add. We're going to raise the top leg on the exhale. Bring the bottom leg to meet. Squeeze and hold. Navel pulls in. Good. And from there, we're then going to lower all the way back down. Well done. Exhale. Lift that top leg. Bring the bottom leg to good. Squeeze and hold. Lovely. Lower them back down. And again, top leg lifts. Navel pulls in as we lift. Don't let the shoulders come up. And we lower it down. Can we do 3 more? We lift up. Feet join. Good. And we lower it down. Remember that exhale. Good. Reach towards the windows with the toes. And we've only got 2 more. When you're ready, top leg lifts. Not too high. Oh, I love the ambition. And bring it back down. Good. Release. Give that hip a little tap. Just tap, 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 tap that hip out. Well done. Now, stretch. Roll back onto your back. Stretch. And you may be able to reach that ball. And just stretch, 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 stretch. Reach as far as you can. Bring your knees up and in. Soles of the feet flat to the floor. We're then just going to take that ball and pop it underneath our hips. Good. Underneath the bottom. So not on the back. So we're going to check your placements here. Good. So we want the back to round here. So it's literally the bottom. Good. Arms by your side to help with your balance. So with the ball, we're going to have less stability. So you've got to work a little harder. Take a breath in. As you exhale, can we pull the belly in as we float that right knee to tabletop? Right angle of the knee, pointed toe. Next exhale, float the other leg up to meet. Our knees should be hip width apart. Hip width apart with those knee, good, pointed toe. And stabilise there. Without letting your back round. On your exhale, we're going to see if we can toe tap the right toe to the floor. Just go as far as you can whilst maintaining that control. Bring the leg back up and change. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Use the floor. Press your shoulders and your arms down. Amazing goes. Keep pointing with that toe. Draw the navel in. Remember that activation. We're going to level 3, remember? With that pelvic floor. Good. Inhale. And we lift back up. Exhale. Try to keep your knees over the hips. Makes it just a little perfect. Keep going. Well done. If it's too much with the ball, you're more than welcome to take the ball away. Well done. Continue like this. Amazing. Don't let that back arch. We want rounded spine. Think about your ribs. Really pull those ribs in. Yes. The ball popping away. We've got a wild one. Well done. Now, next time, we're going to bring both feet up and bring our heels to kiss, our toes out. So we're like a frog. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, we're going to reach those frog legs together, Come as low as you can and bring it back in. So when I say low, we keep that integrity of the hips, only as low as you can control. Exhale, extend those legs, squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, return. Well done, don't let the back arch. Keep going, reach, squeeze, zip those inside thighs together. Belly button pulls in. Good. Keep reaching. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And I really should hear the breath now, girls, especially when we're working the deep core. Good. And return. Let's aim for 5 more. And thank you. It's bikini season. Well done. Keep reaching with those legs. Well done. Pull that navel in. Well done. I've lost count. We've got 2 more. I trust Nikki the most. Good. And let's make this our last one. Reach and pull them in. Well done. Remove the ball and just place it to one side. We're going to stretch as far as we can. Pointed toes. Nice strong body. As you roll to the other side, front leg lifts over. Well done. So we want that straight line from our head, through our hips, through to our ankles. You bring your left hand to support you, bend the knee if you need that extra support. And when you're ready, take a breath in to prepare. Let's not forget that little leg. You lift the ribcage off the floor. And as you exhale, let's bring that foot up. Just stop at hip width. At hip height even, lower it down. Exhale to lift. Reach through the heel. So we want to extend and lower it down. Well done. So we're really working that glute medius here. Keep your heel in that, yes. And come down. Well done. And lift from there. Perfect. And lower. Good. Remember we've got 8 this side. So move in time with your own breath. Let's not forget that egg. Try not to squash. And as you start to really feel that activation in the outer hip, see if you can keep stretching the oblique. So you want to maintain that length. Good. Once you've done 8, just shout because I've stopped counting. Well done. Keep putting in. Knit this here. Close this. Yes. Close it up. Yes. I think we've done it. We've done it, haven't we? So, point your toe. From here, we're going to raise the leg up and circles, small little circles at hip height. 12 clockwise, 12 anti-clockwise. Keeping that core tight. Visualize knitting your ribs knitted together and strings on your hip bone and your lower rib, and those strings are pulling you tight together. Well done. As you circle the leg, you're reaching. Again, think about that long oblique here. Keep circling. Imagine that piece of chalk on the tip of your toe, you're pressing hard. Well done. Well done. And we release, legs together. So, last little one we add to this. When you're ready, take a breath in. As you exhale, top leg lifts, bottom leg comes to meet. Squeeze and hold. Inhale, lower it back down. Again, exhale. Keep the integrity of the pelvis, the shoulders, and lower it down. Well done. Exhale, navel tightens, squeeze those inner thighs together, and release back down. 4 more. Lift that top leg. Inner thighs, squeeze them in towards each other. Spiral up those ribs as you lower it down. Lift the leg and the other leg. Squeeze and release. Last 2. Lift, squeeze, and we lower it down. Good work. Last one. Exhale. Amazing. Roll back on your back. Extend your spine. Give your body a little stretch. bend those knees now, soles of the feet behind the bottom. As we exhale, sweep your arms out to the side, tuck your chin as you start to round into the spine. Keep rounding, keep rounding, keep rounding to lift up to seated. Good. From there, we're going to take hold of the ankles and we come to sit on our tailbone. Now when we look down, this shape we keep. We want to stay stable. This one's so much about stability here. And take a breath in. As we exhale, can we just extend the right leg? Just the leg moves. Well done. And we return the leg on the inhale. Exhale. Good. And return. Extend. And return. Good. Keep those collarbones nice and open. Navel pulls in. And return. Good. Reach. And return. When we straighten the leg, if you can, pull up with the knee so the quad is engaged. Well, if that's enough, you stay there. I know a few of you may want to try both legs together and we come back to that frog shape. And we come up. Toes together. So can you bring your toes up? Yes. So we want to stop here. And lift. And bend. Good. Well done. Make this the last one. And now from here, we want to maintain this shape. So imagine you're frozen. Take a breath in. We tip back. As you exhale, nice strong pull, we roll up. As little momentum and as much control as we can. Good. Inhale. Catch it at the top. Exhale. Well done. Let's aim for 3 more. These are hard. Well done. Exhale. Roll back. As less momentum as you can. Lots of control. Yes, the breath brought you back. Last one. Good job. We release. Let your feet float down. And we're going to drop both knees over to the right side. When we look down, our heels in line with our bottom. Slide your right arm down, rest your head on that arm. So our shoulders, our hips, our feet are in line. Top hand helps support us. Again, remember that little egg? We don't want to squash that egg, so can we lift the ribs off the floor? As you take your breath in, prepare, exhale, can we lift that knee up? Good. And close. So you only move the femur, don't move the pelvis. Lift the knee, jump, yes, stop there, and return. So imagine a skewer through the hips, and it's the glute that works, the outer hip, keep going. Can we do 8, and close. Exhale, squeeze at the top, and return. Don't let your back arch. Yes, that's it, knit these together. And return. Lift. Keep those inner foot squeezing. And lift. Let me know when we've done 8. Well done. Keep those shoulders back and down. Well done. Now, next one. We're going to pick those heels up and we continue with those heels up. Well done. So we work our hands here, working that glute medius, stable core. Remember that skewer through the pelvis, so the hips don't move, the shoulders don't move. Again, 8 here. Well done. Keep going. Even as you start to feel that burn, keep working through that burn. Navel pulls in, draw up through the pelvic floor. Have we done all right? We're going to keep the feet up. Last few here. As we lift the knee, we're going to straighten up that top leg. we open, we reach, and we lower, feet together, knees together. So, open your shaft, extend, exhale, bring your foot back, and close. Good. 4 more, lift, reach, lovely hand, feet together, and close. Open, extend your top leg, reach. Good. Bring your feet back to touch, and we close. Last one, open. And we close. Well done. Give that little hip a tap. It deserves it. Now, from here, we're going to roll onto our tummies. Well done. Arms are now by our sides. Toes. Well, we want the feet hip width apart with our toes turned out. So your inner thigh runs towards the mat. Crown of the head extends forward, so our forehead resting on the mat. Good. So we tuck the chin, forehead. Yes, perfect. Now we're going to start. Point these toes. Good. So we're going to start with glute activations. Arms by your side, Hannah. Perfect. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, point those toes. Can we lift those legs up? Good. Inhale, lower back down. Good. Just lower body activation. Inhale, exhale, lift, squeeze, and inhale, lower it back down. Amazing. 2 more like this. Good. And down. Good. Lift. And down. Good. And down. Now we're going to add in the upper body. When you're ready. Now, when you're ready, we're going to lift the upper body as well as those legs. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, lift up, reach. Keep your chin neutral. And lower it back down. So imagine I'm pulling you from the crown of the head and you reach your toes behind you. Inhale, exhale, lift, stretch. It's an extension, not an arch. Lower it back down. Good. So try to really pull forward to come up. Good. Keep going in time with your own breath. Lovely, Terry. And lower it back down. Good. Squeeze the scapula together as you lift. And lower back down. 1 more like this. We lift. And we lower it down. Take a breath. And again, inhale, exhale, we're going to lift. And we're going to hinge to the right side. Laterally moving. Back to centre. Don't move the head. We just flex into the spine and lower back down. Good. Inhale, exhale, lift, flex to the other side. Good. And we bring it back. Lower it down. Good. Exhale, lift. Side flexion to the right side. Good. Much better. And bring it back. Release. Come up. Exhale. Side flexion to the left, or whichever way, but we're all going different ways, that's fine. Back and down. We're going to do 1 more each way. Remember those principles. Glutes, core, shoulders squeeze, back and down. Inhale, exhale. And flex. We return and we lower it down. Well done. So we've got clams on the other side. When you're ready, we're going to roll to face the mirror, the side of the room with the mirror, and we're coming into our clams. So remember, feet, hips, shoulders aligned. Yes. Well done. The knees are bent. Bend and bend. And we want the, yes, there we go. So take a breath in. As we exhale, we open up the clam and we close. Remember the ribs and hips, Ruth? 8. Good, so we just move from the femur. Pelvis, shoulders. Are we remembering not to squash that egg underneath our ribs? Visualize that skewer, keeping your pelvis in line. And you just want to feel the activation of the glute medius. Well done. Are we pulling in with the navel as we exhale? Are we activating with our pelvic floor as we exhale? Are we making sure that our ribs don't fan out? Well done. Good work. So once you've done your weight, just close up that clamp. And we're going to kick both heels up. Keeping them up now, we open the clam. And let's go for 8 again here, close. Exhale, we open and we squeeze. Navel pulls in, and we close it back down. Good. Lift. Don't let your back arch through. Keeps wanting to arch, doesn't it? So you're going to visualize those. Pulling in. Yes. And close. Good. Open the clam. And inhale to return. After you've done your 8, we're going to stop with our feet still up if we can. Good work. And now we're going to add on that leg extension. So as we open our clam, we exhale still to reach. And we inhale to close it back down. We open and we reach. Let's just do 6 of these. We bend and we close. Perfect. Don't let your back arch when we lift the leg. Good. If you need to, always lower that bottom leg to help stabilize you. Well done. Keep breathing through it. I hope that egg's not been squashed. So keep those ribs strong. Last few here. Good work. And make this your last one. Amazing. And we release. From here, we're going to slide our body up. So we're sliding up onto our forearm. And we're still with the bent knee, but we're going to bring our top foot to hook into the crease of the front of the ankle. Now, most important thing, I don't want you to drop into the shoulder. Really lift up and away. Keep the pelvis exactly where it is. And we're just going to work into some side flexion here. With your top arm lift up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, catch hold of the underrib, and you're going to push your ribs to the sky as you press into your forearm. And return on the inhale. Good. Exhale, flex. Good. It's a lateral movement. And return. Good. So you send, don't twist. Good. Everything, we just lift. Yes. And return. So push, and there we have it. Well done. And return. So use your forearm, press. Don't collapse into the shoulders or the hips. And just really flex. The more you exhale here, control your core, you're going to get more range and you'll work deeper. Don't let the ribcage dip the toe, just lift up and then just come back to neutral. And then really push your ribs to the sky and release. We're going to add in the top arm. So when we flex this time, the top arm reaches up and over. Think about creating like a banana shape with your upper body. Yes. And return back to neutral. Don't go past neutral. And then lift, flex, 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 flex. That's it, Ruth. Really good. That's it. It's the lifting up of the ribs to flex. Good. Let's do 6 this side. Lovely, Hannah. Even more there. And bring it back. Last 3. Are we pushing with the shoulder? Well done. And flex. And last one. Well done. So from here, we're going to roll onto our backs with bent knees. This that Matt hasn't done much really. So rolling the spine down, feet hip width apart, and our knees are hip width apart. Bring your feet as close to your bottom as we can. Arms are by our side. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, you're just going to tip your pelvis. So we imprint the lower back, the spine into the floor. So we tip to the spine imprints to the ground. Inhale, return. Exhale, just tip that pelvis, pull that belly button in, and return. Keep your feet hip width. Good. Tip the pelvis, and we return. Good. Tip. And we return it down. Now we're going to tip and roll so that the tip of our ribs are only on the mat. Does that make sense? So we tip the pelvis, we lift the lower back. That's probably more easy to understand. So come higher. That's what I'm trying to say. And roll your spine down. Articulate the spine. So we're not hinging. It's a rolling motion of the spine. We round to lift. And as you start to round, don't come too high, you're going to feel your glutes have to work to keep the pelvis stable. Well done. One more like that. So just to the tips of the ribs we lift. So tip the pelvis, round to lift. And you reverse it as you roll it back down. Good. Now we're going to come right onto the shoulders. We're not trying to fan into the ribs though. So tip the pelvis, peel the spine up, keep these closed. And curl round, 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 round to lower your body down. So as slowly as you can, your bottom will be the last thing to lower. So we tip, exhale, and you peel vertebra by vertebra off the mat. It's a slow movement. You want to articulate each vertebra, and the same on the descent. So you start from the upper back to the mid, to the lower, and then last you lower the hips. Two more like that. We tip the pelvis, we roll up, good, and we control the lower back down. Give us some light in here, good. Last one, we roll the pelvis. And now once we're here, take a breath in. As you exhale, can we float our right leg up to tabletop? So we're stabilizing through the shoulders and the hips. And on your next exhale, float it back down. Keep those hips up. Exhale, we float the left leg up. Good. And lower it back down. Roll your spine. Slow, 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 slow. No hinging, it's an articulation as we roll all the way back down to the floor. When you're ready, we roll the spine. Tip the pelvis first, imprint the spine, and then you roll up into your bridge. Take a breath in at the top. As you exhale, float that right leg up, point the toe. Good. Lower it back down. On your next exhale, float the left up. Good. Lower it back down. Vertebra by vertebra, you lower. Good. Really rounding as you release. Let's just do that once more. When you're ready, start from tipping those hips. Peel that spine slowly off the mat. Once you come to your bridge, pause, take a breath in. As you exhale, float the right knee to your tabletop. Let's point the toes so the leg is strong. And exhale it back down. Inhale. Exhale, float that left leg up. And we place it back down. Slow, as slowly as you can control that spine, we lower all the way back down. Well done. From here, drop your knees over to face the wall, and we're going to do our side flexions on this side. So come up onto your forearm. The top foot sits in the crease of the ankle, the front of the ankle, the knee points up towards the sky. Remember, we don't want to collapse into the shoulder. As we inhale, let's just raise that top arm. Exhale, take the underside of the ribs, and it's a side flexion. We lift on that exhale, come back to neutral, inhale. Exhale, flex, good. Keep moving with your own breath. Good. Keep the head neutral, so it follows the line of the spine. Think about really, really, really flexing into that side body. range you will find. Well done. Keep using that forearm. Push the floor away. Use your top foot. Press down to the mat. The more you use the ground, you have more lift. Good work. Making this your last one. And then arm by your side. We're then going to flex. And we want to create deeper range. Think banana shape with the side of your body. Come back to neutral line. Exhale, we flex. Send your ribs to the sky. And we return it back. Good. Exhale, push, 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 push. Flex, pull the navel, pelvic floor up. We return it back. Well done. Flex. Inhale back. Don't collapse into that shoulder bit. Yes. Push the floor away. And return. Last one here. Press as we flex, reach. And we return. Roll back onto your back. Bring your knees now up and in towards your chest. Big toes touching. And we're just going to start to circle, butterfly circles with those legs. So, as you exhale, the knees are up. So, out to the side like a butterfly. That's it. Big circles. Really getting as much mobility into those hips as you can. When you exhale, the knees are up and in. Let your back round. So, let your bottom lift off the floor. Good work. Coordinate the movement with your breath. Well done. The next time the knees are in your chest, you reverse. You press those knees away, bring them out to the side, back into the chest. And it should feel a nice little massage on the back as well as you roll into those hips. Good work. Let's do 3 more rotations. Amazing. Make this your last one. And then when you're ready, pausing there, we're going to bend those knees and catch the inner foot with your hands coming into our happy baby. Now, take a breath in. As you exhale, apply a little bit of pressure with those hands as you work into those hips, stretching those hips out. Inhale back away slightly. Exhale, push, working into those hips. Well done. Back away on the inhale. Work on the exhale, press down. Good. Back away. Navel pulls in and you work deep into those hips. Good. Now you can stay here. Or as you exhale, nothing moves. We're just going to extend that right leg out to the side. Not rocking or rolling. It's just the hamstring that lengthens. Return it back. Inhale. Exhale. Just stretch that left leg out. Pull up the knee if you can. And return it back. Let's do 2 more each way. Exhale, extend. Keep the pelvis still. Spine pressing into the mat. In time with your own breath, we move. Well done. Last one each way. Inhale, return. And our last one. Exhale, reach. Well done. Bring the knees back in. Place the soles of the feet behind the bottom. Arms now into cactus. Palms turned up, elbows shoulder height. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right side. Look to the left. Inhale, come back up. And exhale to the left side, look to your right side. Inhale back. And exhale over. Lovely. Inhale. Cactus arms if we can. Good. And lift. On the next one, on the right side, you're going to stay there, over to the right side. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat and just pull your right hip as far away as you can from that right shoulder. So you lengthen deeper into the oblique, into the intercostals. I love this one. I really love that side body stretch. Remember, we want to push both shoulder blades onto the mat. If it's comfortable, turn to look over that left shoulder. Good. Remember your breath, that connection with your deep core muscles. As you tighten up the core, can you send that hip even further away, stretching the oblique further? Good work. On your next inhale, come back. Make sure you realign the spine before you then exhale to the left. Now we're going to keep the legs there. Gaze turns to the right side. Once you're down, push both shoulder blades into the mat. Keep that cactus shape, that's it. And then just really send that hip away. Lovely. Really working that. So think long. Perfect. When we pull the navel in, tighten it up. Can you push that hip even further away to lengthen that side body further? Lovely. And we return it back. From here, we're going to squeeze that right knee in towards our chest, interlace the hands around the shin. Catch hold of your inner foot. Your outer foot, if you can't take hold of the foot, we hold the back of the hamstring or the ankle and the calf. We're going to hold this stretch, this hamstring stretch for a while. So maybe you want to close your eyes here. And ideally you want to straighten that leg. So it doesn't matter how deep you go, how low that leg is. What we want to do is to hold that leg as far as we can. And as you straighten the leg, pull up with the knee. No swinging and twisting on the spine. Can we also think about pulling that right hip away from the shoulder? So keeping that side body long so you feel that deeper stretch right at the head of the hamstring. Start to really keep your focus on that breath. And now as we've had for a few breaths, maybe you've got more room to pull a little deeper into that stretch. See if the muscles have started to relax for you. Well done. Remember, when we stretch the back of the leg, we want the front of the leg to be strong. So really pull up with the knee, feel that quad fire so that that hamstring can open. Stay with your breath. Good. We've held for another 15. Can we go slightly deeper here? Keep pressing the lower back into the floor. Beautiful. And last time we're going to just pull that leg in closer, just for about 10 seconds here. Good work. And with control, just let that leg go, bend the knee, and we're going to change sides. So catch hold of your left. We're going to squeeze first the leg in, then take hold of the hamstring, the calf, or the top of the foot. From there, straighten the leg as much as you can, and come back to your breath. You might like to close the eyes, keep your thoughts inward as you focus on just opening out that hamstring. Remember, if you can, to pull that knee up to keep that quad nice and strong as you relax into that hamstring. Think about pressing your lower back into the floor. And the more we connect with our pelvic floor, our abdominal muscles, you'll find more stability. You'll be able to work even deeper. Well done. Can we draw it in a little further? Good. I know we're pulling on the leg, but try not to let the shoulders take any tension. Keep them soft. Well done. Maybe is there room for you to take it any further? Maybe to your deepest expression here. Lovely, girls. Good work. And then as you slowly release that foot down, sole of the foot back to the floor, we're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, sweep your arms out to the side. Think about rounding your spine as you roll your body up. If you need to hold on to the backs of the legs too. So we roll, 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 roll. Amazing to lift back up. Come to comfortable seated here. Inhale, we'll lift up. And exhale, twist your body round, look over that back shoulder. We inhale and lengthen. And exhale as we twist. Good. Back to centre. Side body stays long. As you twist, push the floor away, pull that navel in. Come back, lift, and we twist. One more each way. Lift up. And over. Pull the belly in. Come back, stretch up tall, and we twist. Good. Back through to centre. Interlace the hands. We're just going to come into a last little pectoral stretch as you pull those hands away from you. Don't drop your chin ribs, keep the neck long, good. And then just open up that chest. Pull those arms away from you. Maybe this is a good one to do at home. If you've done lots of sitting and driving, a little bit of home care for you. And release. Good. Thank you so much, everyone. Good work. Any feedback or questions? I'm here till the end of the class, so please feel free. All comments are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.